Hey, what's up? This is Jordan with Cornelius Lawn and Garden. This is July 30th of 2026. It's funny because I thought yesterday was, I basically thought there were only 29 days in July. So I thought yesterday was July 29th. I thought that was the last day of July, but actually there's 31 days in July, which I'm always relearning. Always learning in the business that there's 31 days in the month. But another great day today. Mark and I knocked out like 3 projects. Last project we probably got like 80% done. I kind of underestimated how long it would take, but the 2 extra days this month that I unlocked are actually great. So we're probably gonna do like 22.5 this month in terms of revenue, which is super awesome because July is when I have to pay like workers' compensation insurance, which is a few $1,000s, which, you know, hits like from like a cash flow perspective month by month. Still profitable, but just like you have to pay that bill during July. So I just got a text from a customer. So still a really good month in the business for 2 people. Another thing they don't tell you about starting a business is business can be like really, I don't want to say lonely, because it's not like I feel super lonely in the business. It's just like kind of isolating. Like when you work in an office, even in like a small company, you're around like maybe 10 people. In like a small company, in a larger company, you can be like around hundreds of people. And naturally when people form groups, it just seems like social order forms. Like you make friendships organically, relationships happen, romantic relationships, affairs. So I'm not saying those things are always good, but I'm saying when you just mix humans into a big pot, like those types of things happen, especially like friendships, relatability, talking. And when you own a business, it's just isolating for a couple of reasons. Like when you start, I guess this is my experience, because A, you're just alone doing the work. Like a small business, a lot of small businesses like this one right now, like, I mean, I have 1 employee, I'm gonna add another one soon, but you're just by yourself. Like today we split up, so Mark went out and worked by himself, I worked by myself to be more efficient. And yeah, you're just by yourself a lot, so that's just like you're alone. And I'm assuming it's kind of similar, like if you start a coffee shop, you know, you're probably just by yourself, like you're the barista, the salesperson, before you hire any employees. So yeah, it can be just a little bit isolating. And then secondly, it's just like you don't always relate to like a lot of the other people, especially if you have a lot of other people that work like just like stay in their really successful like white collar job. It's just like you kind of have see everything through a completely different lens, and it's harder to relate to people about your work, unless you're talking to like other small business owners, which the world shrinks quite a bit. So I've definitely reached out to like more people online, and this is part of me doing this, is like recording these videos, like reaching out to more people online, trying to like share my experience with other people, because I didn't know anything about this when I started the business. I had worked for a landscaping company. It had like 50, 60 employees, super big, super successful. That was, where was that? That was Heritage Landscaping that was Heritage Landscape Design in Moline, Illinois. I worked at during the pandemic. So I graduated college, and then during the pandemic, I worked at Heritage Landscaping for a little bit. And it was like 50 people, so you know, you made a lot of friends really quickly. I worked there for like 10 months, or not 10 months, like 6 months. But you just met a lot of people and you made friends. Even now, it's just like a small company. You really don't know many people. It's hard to relate to other people about the business, but yeah, I didn't know that when I started. I just worked at this other landscaping company. I was like, oh, this is great. You just need some trucks. You find some guys and you're up and going and you're making money and everything's easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. And you don't even know, like driving around, I feel like so many small businesses, after reading a lot online about the struggles of a small business and experiencing it myself. You don't even know when you look around, you see like all these wrapped trucks, like you can't really tell like how much debt a business has. Like their business, they might not even be pricing right. They might be $150,000 in debt, and it looks all shiny, it looks all new, it looks like they're killing it, but you have no idea. And I've been fortunate that I started the business with some of my own money, so I don't have too much debt in the business. I have a little bit for like the assets of the business, like the truck, but really not too much. But yeah, no one tells you like how like unrelatable it becomes in the beginning with other people, and how it's a very long game until you can like really, because people look at you so much differently. Like when I tell people, oh yeah, I was an engineer working in like semiconductor manufacturing, like people just treat you a certain way. Now that I tell them I'm a landscaping owner with a landscaping lawn care business owner with one employee, they're like, huh? They're like, well, you're gonna get more employees, right? And you're gonna do this and that. And it's like, yes, but like it takes so much. It takes time. And it's probably taken me a little bit more time. It's like my 3rd year now, and the ball is really starting to get rolling. But yeah, people just see you as like almost like a different social strata, which it is, but no one like warns you about that before you start. I just did it. I guess I'm just a person that did it. But I had a really good situation. Like my wife has a good job. Very fortunate that she has a good job as like a marketing professional. But more the fact that I just invested a lot of my money when I was younger, and I didn't have many bills because my parents, I was very fortunate to have parents that helped me out when I was younger, so I didn't have too many bills, so I was able to save. But I invested like almost every dollar that I made, I invested since like 2014, which was the money that I used to like fund the business and start the business and spend a lot of money like during the first year especially. But yeah, I feel like eventually it's gonna hit a point where it's like, oh, I've got like 6 or 8 employees and I'm gonna be the manager or hire a general manager, and then it's gonna be like a lot more, it's gonna be less socially isolating because I'll actually be successful in other people's eyes, and so therefore like I'll have more of a social magnet. Maybe. I'm not saying I really want that, but I think that will happen, and it doesn't like have to happen because I'm pretty happy just doing this. But just thoughts for people who are potentially looking to start their own business, like what it's really like mentally, because you're gonna go through so many hoops. It's not just like the isolation, it's like you have to level up your game like in a lot of ways, otherwise it's gonna eat you, because you're gonna get stressed in ways that you didn't really expect or think about before. And it hit me pretty hard the first 2 years. It's like, oh, like you're working outside every day, like that means you should be in super good shape and you're gonna be ripped. And it's like, yeah, but the mental stress of like losing money and getting eaten alive by customers and getting screwed over by my first employees, that first mental stress really, like I ate so much. I gained like 50 pounds in the first 2 years. I went from 220 to like 270. I think I was 275 like at my highest weight. But now I'm back down to like 250, and I've definitely added some muscle. But it feels good. I've lost like 25 pounds this year, and I'm trying to lose another probably like 10 to 15. Get down to like 240, 235. But it's just the mental stress. Like I wanted to eat to comfort myself like when I was starting, because I knew I was losing money. I knew in my mind, like I was getting screwed over by like the customers, versus now like I win. Like I win when I interact with the customer. Like you have to win. Like every interaction, they start to stack on top of each other, like the wins. Like you have to win when you interact with the customer, and winning, not just like, you're not winning by like screwing them over, you're winning when you both win in business. Like when they really feel like they get a ton of value from you and the price is worth it, like they win and you win when you're charging what you need to charge to make a 30-40% profit margin on a job, like that's winning. And when you both feel like you win, like that's what gets you a 5-star review. That's what gets you a personal recommendation. That's what grows the business. And so really quickly, you have to learn how to make every interaction like a win. Like with the customers, like you have to win, they have to win. With your employees, like you have to win by like charging enough so that you're paying them X amount, you're charging X amount, you're profiting. But they're winning because I feel like a good business, I feel like I pay above like the industry average. So like they have to feel like they're winning and you also have to win. So making every day like little wins starts to stack up and starts to make your mental picture of your business and of yourself much more positive. And honestly, I think I lost weight this year because the business became profitable. And when the business became profitable, it became a lot happier, if I'm being completely honest. And when you're happier, like, I don't know, I just didn't lean into the food as much for comfort. I started tracking calories, eating like exactly 3,000 calories a day. So I shaved off 25 pounds like pretty quickly when I started working again, after the winter was over. So yeah, that's just like a realistic day. That's just realistic things that you think about. Oh man, it's so... I want to get this to be like less sunny. No idea. Yeah, so July 30th, 2026, that's my speech for today. Leave a comment if you also have like things like when you started your business that you struggled with, because I think there's a lot of mental hoops, like I said, that nobody talks about. That'd be really useful. Mental things you have to get over. So leave a comment or like a question if you're thinking about starting your business, because for me, like, I'm not super successful, but I'm entering the successful period. I just want to document like all the things your mind goes through and all the thoughts. So one, I can look back, but two, so other people who start a business can like see this and understand. So yeah, leave a comment, leave a question. I'm really doing this also so I can talk to other people who have businesses or starting businesses, and yeah, I'll record some more tomorrow.